Control. Hi guys, my name is Travis O'Daniel. For the next several minutes, we're going to talk about how you can improve leadership with trust. How you can build trust as you grow as a leader within any firm you're in, okay? So we're going to lead with trust, the superpower every young professional needs. Let's take a minute and start out this presentation with one of my favorite quotes by a really good retired veteran, Jocko Willink. He says, as a leader, you have to balance the dichotomy to be result where it matters, but never inflexible and uncompromising on matters of little importance to the overall good of the team and the strategic mission. Okay? So, how can we break that down into plain language? How can we take big words and just simplify them? Well, it's easy. As a leader, you need to know when to stand firm and when to be flexible. Be strong on the things that really matter for the team and the mission, but don't be stubborn about small things that aren't that important after all. Why is trust in the workplace so important today? Does anyone know? Let's talk about it. In today's business environment, without trust, it's next to impossible to 1, engage and retain teams and top talent. 2, it's hard to maintain a strong hybrid or remote workforce culture. 3, to create a meaningful employee experience. 4, maintain and build your brand. Grow your business and get the results you want. Let's stay on this slide for a minute, okay? So again, why do we need trust in a workplace? Just think about that. Compare these to some of your older jobs you've had. I guarantee 2, 3, or 4 of them are really going to get home, okay? So, let's be real. Who do you trust? It's a great question, huh? While we're thinking about that, just a quick question, add this. Think of the best leader you've ever worked with. You got it in your head? Think about this. Why did you trust them? Chances are, it wasn't just because they had a fancy title, right? It was probably because they showed up, followed through, and treated you like a human being, not just a number, okay? It's very easy to just become complacent and become a number in large corporations. So, guys, hear me out. Trust is not a soft skill. It's a power skill, okay? Companies with high trust cultures are more productive, creative, and overall fun to work for. Where low trust cultures are filled with toxic achievers. Nobody wants to be considered toxic, right? Red flag after red flag after red flag. Let's cut those out. We don't want those anywhere in our leadership ladder, okay? So, we're going to talk about a high performance versus high trust, okay? So, high performance up, high trust over here. What we do not want to have high performance and low trust. These are going to equal toxic leaders and toxic team members. We just talked about that on the last slide, remember? They're no good. They're no good from the ground up whatsoever. The next, let's talk about low performance and low trust. These are the non-starters, guys, okay? You're not going to give them any kind of project to start on their own. They're going to piggyback with someone else. They're just going to continue to bring in toxic along with their low performance. They've got to go. Nowhere want them on the leadership ladder, okay? But up here, next to the dream team, both of these are going to work. high performance and high trust, even medium performance and high trust. Those go together real good. They mix. Medium performance may not be just the overachiever. Maybe they're just a little bit from going that extra step, but because they have high trust, they're part of our dream team and we want them. Okay? Someone with low performance and high trust, that's your dependable worker. Remember right here, we're talking performance and trust. High trust is what we want. You can trust them. They're going to be dependable. They may not be the best salesman. They may not give out the most workload, but we can trust them. So I'm going to take them up the ladder with me, okay? Check it out. Who wants the cheat code for trust building? I do. If so, people need to see multiple things from you, okay? Let's talk about them. So, number one is going to be integrity. You do what you say. That means you do what you say even when your back is turned. You always have to do the right thing even when no one's looking. We're going to have competence. You're good at what you do. You have to have confidence so that your team knows that they can trust you moving forward. If you give someone a task, you know that they're going to be able to understand it and get it done. Even that low performer, but you trust them, they're good to go, okay? Empathy. You care about your employees and you show it. I'm not just talking about on a supervisor worker level. This is something that I struggle with, is showing empathy. I don't show empathy at work. I don't show empathy at home, but you've got to be able to show it, okay? You've got to show that when someone brings you a personal problem, that you can empathize with them. Next up, we got loyalty, guys. It will reflect your allegiance to others. If your coworkers know that you're loyal to them, they're gonna have your back and they're gonna fight in the trenches with you. Next is consistency. This means being reliable, being predictable, and exercising sound judgment in all situations. Okay? I see that's a typo. That should be judgment in all situations. So, being consistent day in and day out. If you know you guys have a project done and Billy's feeling sick today, he'll feel comfortable calling in because he's got the loyalty to you and he knows that you're consistent and that we're going to show up while he calls in. Okay? Did you know trust changes how people talk to you? What I mean by that is, think about this. If people trust you, they'll tell you the truth no matter what. That's how real communication happens. Without trust, people shut down. They don't want to talk to you, they're going to lie to you. But with it, you will get better ideas, faster feedback, and you're going to have the real loyalty. You see how everything's just going in one big circle with certain words? That's how we're building this trust-based leadership, okay? Your leadership brand, we're gonna jump off topic just a minute, okay? So, your leadership brand is already forming. It started forming the minute you walked in this room. How many people were late? No one wants to raise their hand, but a few of you guys trickled in after we started, okay? So just think about your leadership brand is already forming. Think of it a little sticky notes. So we have, she's always late. So you guys that came in late, you're forming this brand. What about, did he even brush his hair today? I did not because my barber cut my hair too short. I don't have to brush it, but it's too short. I can't put product in it. That could give off a bad brand image to someone, okay? But think of it this way, you got good and you got bad on brand forming. If I walk in this room and I look powerful and my command presence is good, that's a plus. What about always happy and polite? If you walk by the same person in the office every day and they think, man, Mr. O'Daniel's just always so happy and polite. He's always got a smile on his face. He always says, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. Happy and polite. Okay? Whether you know it or not, people already have an impression of you. That impression, that's your leadership brand, fellas. If people trust you, your brand becomes a magnet for opportunities. It's going to open the door and lead you up the ladder. If not, sorry guys, they're going to keep their distance. They're not going to promote you. They're going to want to see you out the door. They're not going to give you a good recommendation. And word travels. People love to play telephone. So let's talk about trust in action, okay? This is going to be a real world scenario, and I just want you to see how trust can affect it. So Lieutenant Jay Cox was promoted to lieutenant after returning from a tour of duty overseas. He had only been a police officer for about 3 years, okay? So it's very rare that a young police officer with only 3 years that just came back from a tour gets promoted. How to get promoted, Mr. Travis? Well, he asked questions to the leadership when he needed to. He admitted to his subordinates when he messed up. He didn't pass the buck whatsoever. If Lieutenant Jay Cox messed up, he took 100% extreme ownership of the situation, okay? When he didn't know something, he went and found out, and he always followed through. That's the kind of leadership we want. That's how he built his trust with everybody. He was dependable, he was competent, he was loyal, and he always followed through. So, sitting here today, what can you do? It's a great question, right? Everybody wants to know, what's the next step? How do I become a good leader? How can I bring this leadership-based trust into my organization? So here's the move, guys. Whether you're brand new to leadership or just thinking ahead, listen more, keep your promises, and don't fake it. People can always tell. They say, fake it till you make it. Absolutely not. I absolutely hate that saying. It is absolute garbage, in my personal opinion. People will tell if you're trying to fake it. If you're not being sincere, that's part of your leadership brand, and you're going to get a yellow sticky note on somebody's board about it, okay? So if you want to build your leadership brand in a place that values trust, here in this chamber today is the perfect starting point. We can all grow together. We can all learn together. Any questions? All right. Thank you for your time. Was that better? Mm-hmm. What was that?